Katrina Mullen. I'm from the University of Montana, and I'm an economist who works on land use change of different types. So I think about how people make decisions about how to use their land, and about how that affects their incomes and how that affects their kind of the local environment. So what we're looking at specifically in terms of how it affects the community is, in this region, then people cleared forest land in order to use it for agricultural production, mainly for cattle farming, primarily dairy. And so what we're interested in is, do changes in rainfall, do changes in water availability through rivers and streams affect mainly agricultural production? So how does it affect the productivity of farmers' milk production activities? And then are there knock-on effects of that on their income, their wealth, their other kinds of activities? We're also looking at how farmers respond to changes in water availability. So, for example, we're looking at things like, do they build ponds for feeding cattle? To what extent are they moving into fish production instead of cattle production, instead of dairy production? And so all the ways that farmers use water are the kinds of things that we've been trying to understand more about.
My name is Jill Cavilla Harris, and I'm a researcher here in Atacames, Rondonia. This project began back in 1996 with my doctoral work. I came here and interviewed farmers on how it is and why it is that they were using sustainable agriculture. I worked with up to 200 of them and returned in 2000, interviewed the same farmers. In 2005, we expanded, interviewed more farmers, had more people on our team, integrated GIS into our work and remote sensing. And then in 2009, we continued to expand by expanding the number of farmers that we interviewed up to 650 that year. And now this year, we've expanded again in 2019. Our goal is now to interview 1,500 farmers throughout the entire state and incorporate hydrology and climatology into what it is that we're doing. What we'd like to do is make an impact here, and that's by helping all of these students in the future to advance their studies.
My name is Dan Harris. I'm a professor of geography and geoscience from Salisbury University. I'm here as part of the GIS coordination team for this project. In charge of identifying sample lots and roads and providing maps and collector app tablet for the interviewers and survey team. I've also been aiding the hydrology team and showing them basically some colleagues at a university in Halim de Mora, UNIR, how to collect sub-meter GPS bathymetry data within ponds to calculate volume capacity in the dry season. And so spend a little time paddling bathtubs with shovels for bathymetric data.
So my name is Fernando de Salas. I'm originally from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Been in the US for many years, and I'm currently working as an assistant professor at San Diego State University, running climate models to quantify the impact of deforestation on the precipitation and also on the surface climate of the region. So we know that trees are important for the maintenance of the climate. So when you remove the trees, you somehow impact the climate, you affect the climate somehow. Either you reduce the amount of precipitation or you change the precipitation from one area to the other. So we're trying to quantify that as part of the project. We're also looking at how deforestation impacts the amount of water available for the farmers.
Bom dia a todos, meu nome é Elvino Ferreira, trabalho aqui na Universidade Federal de Rondônia e a nossa participação em relação ao projeto é justamente tentar dar o melhor apoio possível para o desenvolvimento das ações dentro das matérias, dos assuntos que o projeto desenvolve. Né? Então a parte de hidrologia, estudo em relação ao problema de água, água verde, água azul, né? As condições de pasto, né? A degradação de solo, compactação. Então, estamos aqui para apoiar e fazer o melhor possível em relação ao trabalho de todos.
Bom dia a todos, meu nome é Anderson Cleiton Schmidt Cavaleiro, sou engenheiro florestal, mestre em ciências ambientais, realizado aqui pela Universidade Federal de Rondônia. Estamos atualmente participando do projeto em colaboração, né, com o pessoal dos Estados Unidos. Estamos atuando em parceria na efetivação do projeto quanto à qualidade da água, os recursos hídricos, né, a compactação, estudos do solo e a influência da produção rural em frente à qualidade da água e às condições climáticas que estamos enfrentando atualmente. Um forte abraço, até mais.
My name is Thais. I'm from Brazil, from Minas Gerais. I'm biologist. My master's and doctorate is in forest science, and I'm doing postdoc at the economics department at University of Montana. I'm working with students here, so my focus is on the survey right now. And we are meeting students often to discuss what are their issues, how the survey is going on the field. And we also are training them and talking to supervisors and who are managing students, helping us with everything we need. And also I'm also in contact with our teams members to make sure all the expectations are being addressed. Students, they have a GPS, they have a R collector software, so they know where they should go. So they are working pairs, and each pair has specific lots to find, to look for. So they go to the field that morning, and they know where they are supposed to go. When they go there, they ask farmers to be interviewed. So first of all, they introduce themselves, introduce our project, and if the farmers accept to be interviewed, they start the interview. So our questionnaire address questions about land use, income, networking, water.
I'm actually living here for 9 months, and in these 9 months I'm getting to live backing right up to the rainforest and appreciating it in a way that I never did. In the morning I wake up to monkeys, and on my walk home at night I get to think about whether there's a jaguar. None yet. But being able to be here for a long period has helped me appreciate what this biome really is and why we're studying it.
My name is Maren Skidmore. I am a PhD student, and I am doing a lot of the on-the-ground preparation. The project, it has 5 parts that all work together. Right now we're in the phase of preparing students to go out and collect surveys of households that are landowning households and asking about how they use water and how that interacts with their agricultural production. But we also have parts of the project that are actually measuring the quality and the quantity of the water, or measuring the availability of rainfall and how that's changed over time. So it's a very complex project, but with a lot of pieces working together.
My name's Amber Millison. I'm working on the spatial data collection maintenance for the Art Collector map. So we're going to help the students with basically where they're taking the interview. They're going to collect a GPS point, and we need to verify that everything is in the right place and that all the information gets collected correctly and is verified by where they truly are. I know that we're making a positive difference on not only the planet, but the community here in Rondônia, and it just feels like all the work that I've been working so hard throughout, my college experience is finally put to good use and making a positive impact on the world.
My name is Cassie. I've been working on a lot of just kind of putting the trainings together, making sure that all the little bits and pieces of spreadsheets and downloading and making sure the tablets work.
We're hoping that the information we get, we can send back to the farmers to help them improve how they adapt to differences in water availability. And then some of those can also go to governmental agencies or agricultural extension projects so that that information can be spread out and that we're not just keeping it for ourselves. So it's valuable both for the students as a learning experience and also valuable for local farmers as an adaptational informational service.
I'm Craig McCarver. I'm an undergraduate assistant from the economics department, mostly doing coding, data analysis for the team. I've been working here for close to 6 months now. I've been in Brazil for going on 2 weeks. As of right now, we're mostly focused on error reports since we've coded most of the data. So our hopes were, if the budget allows, to come back next year and help teach them the data analysis section of it so they can do their own research. Some of the professors will teach them the process of papers because they're all undergraduate students too. So that's just us giving back to them.
The idea that we can answer bigger questions, we can know how are people really affected by environmental changes, how do they affect the environment they live in, and understand those relationships in a fuller way than we could by ourselves. That's the bit that gets me excited, to be able to answer new questions about the relationship between people and water, between people and forests. I think this is a really exciting chance to be able to do that.
Tá bom?